This is a demonstration of Alpha 2 of the TruthScale website. This is just an alpha, so the math won't work out correctly. The user interface is going to be clunky, so it won't do everything you want or the way you want it. But the most important thing of this is to get some feedback to make sure we're going in the right direction and to make sure we're building something that's useful and actually effective before we actually spend more time on it. So if you'd give us feedback, Roy would appreciate it. So you can go to truthscale.org to get to the main page. To go to the alpha, you just do a /demo, and it'll redirect you to the alpha 2, or whatever the current version is that we're working on right now. So you can see that there's a save button, a save as button, a main statement, and then a place where you can add pros and cons. Whatever statement you're beginning with starts out with a 100, which means 100% true. The scale will go all the way will go down to 0, meaning undecided, and all the way to -100, meaning completely false. So it's a range from -100 to 100. And so for our main statement, I should vote for Proposition 42, which is a mythical proposition in our local neighborhood. Let's say a pro. The proposition is to will reduce traffic in the area. So it's about putting in a new road. So we have one pro, which gives us 100 points, keeps that 100, because if there's only one good statement to say about it, then we know that it's perfectly fine, and that's perfectly true. We can add a con here, and we'll say that it will disturb wildlife in the area because it's right. It's going through a new patch of land. Now you can see we have one pro and one con. So if you have one pro and one con, and assuming that they're both just as important, then it's a 0. It's undecided. You need something as a tiebreaker. We can also say that these are more important, like reducing traffic. Let's say that's more important to us than the wildlife. So on the pro, we're going to say it's more important that I get to work on time and for diverse wildlife to be available for my grandchildren. And of course, you can phrase it however you want. That means that'll make this one with an importance will now be of 200. Each item starts out assuming an importance of 100, so they'll all be the same weight, but now this one is twice as important as this one. So in a sense, its weight is 67, and this one's weight is -33 because it's a con and it has the other third. This has 2/3, which total gives us a +33. So if this was all the facts and information we had on it, then we would decide yes, we want to vote for that proposition. But as often is, the issues are more complex, so this will reduce traffic in the area. We're going to put a con there, and we're going to say that a study has shown that traffic will actually increase due to additional routes. There are some studies showing that actually by removing some roads they made traffic better in certain areas, so that could happen. Of course, if that's negative and the only other thing is a con, then it'll be completely false. If it's this way, then there's definitely no reason to spend the money. But let's say it wasn't that cut and dried, so I can actually drag that and just throw it down here in the trash. And you can see, oops, you know what, I did the wrong one. That's the great thing about drag and drop. we'll just put the importance back. And sometimes it gets a little tricky. This is part about it being an alpha. Oh, there we go. Let's take that con out. Throw it down there. We're back up to plus 33. Now we could say it'll disturb wildlife. Let's say that for us, wildlife is more important. It's more important for diverse wildlife will be available for my grandchildren. So now we're at negative 33, but we could put a con pro here. We'll have to figure out how we want to handle this, because if you put a con, then the whole thing's dismissed, when really it should probably have a value of truthness to it, even without it may save wildlife. And then we can put a con saying studies have shown that wildlife is not disturbed by elevated roads, which this would be. So now the confidence is 0. This one still has a 33. So you can kind of see how it changes as you drag and move things around. When you got it all done, you can hit the save button. If it's a brand new item, it'll pop up with a number here saying it's saved as 13. And then if you ever want to bring that up again, you just need to go to let's do it, truthscale.org/13. Was that it? And you see it pops right back up. You can see others that I did, just as 10. Oops, I did it wrong. Got the .org, and you can see that there's other statements in there that I've tried and played with. So have a look at it. I'll see if I can add a feedback button on the screen for you, but otherwise just shoot me an email or any way that you can get information back to us. Thank you very much.